In this video, we're going to show calculating heart disease risk using FHIR, Power Apps, and the North52 Decision Suite. There are several factors that need to be assessed when calculating heart disease risk, including smoking, obesity, hypertension, dyslipidemia, lifestyle, prediabetes, age and gender, family history, and high HDL, a mitigation factor. The technology used for this demo, in addition to the North52 Decision Suite, includes Microsoft Cloud Healthcare, the Data Integration Toolkit for Dataverse, Azure Health Services, and the FHIRLink connector. For this demo, we have set up a full FHIR service using Azure Health Data Services. On the Azure portal, we can find the FHIR service in our resource group by going to the Health Data Workspace, clicking on Services, and then the FHIR service. The FHIR metadata endpoint is shown here and is used when connecting to this service. To connect the FHIR service to Dataverse, we have installed the Data Integration Toolkit, which allows the synchronization and connectivity of patient health information between the FHIR server and Dataverse. Let's review some of the components used for this demo. We open the Data Integration Toolkit app in Dataverse and then navigate to the data routes. You can see that the encounter and observation tables have been set up with virtual data providers. This means that the data does not sync to Dataverse and will be talking directly to the FHIR service. We have used the out-of-the-box data maps. One of the ones we use in this demo is for the observation table, where we store the result of the BMI value in the observation quantity field. We're going to have a look at the FHIR heart disease risk calculator scenario here. We've got an app here which is using the FHIRLink connector. So if we look at the get patients here, we're setting a variable here, patients. We're using the FHIRLink and we are listing the resources from the patient table. Then we're putting that into a collection, and then we're using that collection to drive this drop-down list here. Once we've selected the patient, so then we're going to create some observations. They're going to be linked to an encounter record. So if we look at the information behind here, we can ignore the patient. So here, first of all, we're going to create an encounter. And this is the JSON object that we send through using the patient name that's selected in the drop-down. And then we post that using the FHIRLink. Yeah, so we're posting that information, the encounter. Then we're setting our observation. So we've got the BMI JSON here. So we're generating that, taking some values out of the slider, and then setting that to post that resource. Then we're doing the blood pressure, very similar scenario here, taking some of the information that is, here's the patient, here's the encounter, the observation date, and then we're using some of the values, the slider values here for the blood pressure values for the systolic and diastolic blood pressure. So once that's all done, we can go and have a look at our app. So what we're going to do here, we click Get Patients. We can see here that we've got a few different patients. So I'm just going to choose Katie Grace here, and then I'm going to click Create Observation. And then once that's done, we can then switch across to our Vanya client, just have a look, see what comes in here. You can see here, these are the two records that we've just created here, one for the body BMI and also then for the systolic here. And we can see the values that we took directly from the app in here. These are also linked to the encounter record. So if we click on the encounter record here, we can see that this is the information that has come through from the encounter. The next step is that the Calculate Risk button is clicked, and the North52 rules engine gets all the encounter data from their FHIR server and calculates a risk using the decision table logic. There are decision table sheets for each factor being assessed, as you can see here. The final risk score and the associated messages are calculated and returned back to the app. If you would like to know more about how North52 can help with complex rules when using FHIR and Microsoft Cloud Healthcare, please get in touch using the information shown on the screen.